What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Wisconsin Fisherman. My name's Kyle. What we're gonna do today is try to catch monster crappie. I say that because I've been in this lake in the wintertime, and like every crappie we catch is like 13 inches. So I'm hoping we can catch like a 16-inch or 15-inch crappie. In the summertime, I've never even caught one in the summertime here. But I just wanted to kind of go over how you start off, what I do, what I look for. Right behind me there's some reeds back there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start right there. Basically this lake comes from like you know, say 60 foot, and then it comes up super fast here, and then there's kind of like this little shelf here. And what I'm looking for is a super drop with like maybe a little bit of kind of flat ground to it. So, oh, there's a big fish right there to our right. That's on the right side of the boat. Anyways, a couple of them. But I think this might be a decent spot to start off with. So I'm gonna cast a jig out, jig and a minnow. I might side image it, look for more fish like that as I go past. But that looks pretty good. We're gonna start fishing. So what I'm gonna use for bait today is just crappie minnows. Show you a setup. What we're gonna do, actually these are fat heads, so a little bit. Nah, that one's dead, but something like that. So that's what we're using, and then we'll just put that on jigs. I have slip bobbers too, so once I find a spot where I think there might be a good pile of fish, I'll throw the slip bobbers out on like either side of them and just kind of hang out with that. So with that being said, let's get a jig pole ready. I got just this one right here. We're gonna toss just a small jig on it. So let's get rolling. All right, guys, well, I just tied on, this is called a chicken jig. I love these things with the little feathers on them. They are awesome. And all I'm gonna do is put a minnow on the tip of the hook, just through the mouth, just like that, to give it some flavor. And we're gonna cast out towards the weeds. I'm in about 15 foot now. And we're just gonna cast on out over here. And just kind of bring her in nice and easy. I'm gonna scoot us in a little bit. I want to try to get right on the edge of this weed is what we're trying to do. Because where this weeds stop and it drops to sand, that's right where them fish are gonna be hanging out. Now the reeds just give us a good indicator that, okay, there might be some really nice weeds that come out in this location here. And that's all I'm trying to do is just pull across the top of this. And like I said, I might put a slip bobber out or so. I just pulled into some weeds there. Fish. Oh, guys. Okay. First crappie I've ever caught out here in the summertime. Is it a 16-incher? No. Are we in the right spot? Yes. Love it. Little guy. Let's go. All right, big ones. So that is just as simple as that. Find some weeds, find the drop off. We're in 15 foot. You guys can do it. You can do it. Jig, minnow. Let's do it again. Now all I do when I'm doing this, I'm letting it sink a little bit, and I'll reel down, and then I'll just slowly pull up. Okay, I'm pulling up. Now I'm reeling back down, pulling up. Now I'm in some weeds, pulled through them, reeling down, and then just slow pull. Sometimes I like to put my finger on the line to feel that, because when they tap it, now you might feel it. That's all I'm doing. Super simple stuff. There's a fish. Okay, so another little guy, tiny guy, but at least we're catching some fish. We just need to upsize this guy to about, yay, that'll be good. let's let them go. So now with catching 2, yeah, they're small, but I'm gonna throw out slip bobbers, and all I have on a slip bobber is the same thing, a little jig down on the bottom of it. This is the same thing I use for walleyes and everything else, just like everybody else with slip bobbers. I just change the bottom of it. So we're gonna put a minnow on that, get it out there, and right behind the boat. Now on this, I'm actually gonna try something different. I'm gonna tail hook the minnow. So I'm gonna hook him towards the back, so then he can swim free like that. Usually I don't do that, but trying something different. This one's set to about maybe 4.5 feet, and we're just gonna let it go right behind the boat, and I'll put it in a rod holder. I'm gonna get the other one. Something's happening on this one. Something's happening, whether it's stuck on a weed down there or a fish is pulling it. Fish. Guys, giant largemouth bass. Giant largemouth bass. I have never seen a largemouth this big in my entire life. So that was on that tiny green. This is on that tiny green jig, which the paint is falling off of now. Giant tanks all day. That's all we catch. So now with working this edge line, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly move us up a little bit, just a little bit up it, just cover a little bit more ground, and we'll just reset up maybe a little closer to these reeds. They're not too close. Still want to be on the edge being sand here and then weeds here. This is the right side of the boat, this is the left side of the boat. You can see that the left side is just all sandy, and then the right side's got all them spots, which are the weeds. And on the map you can see that's that stuff I have highlighted. That's where our weed edge is gonna be at. All right, so this is the little cove we're in right here. Not even a cove, we're just on that edge. And I'm thinking if we move up, oh, I got a waypoint there. If we move up and yay, kind of on that drop, somewhere right in this ballpark, I think we're gonna catch fish right there. But there is still a lot of fish under us. I mean, we're marking fish. They don't want to bite, so move. That's all it's all about, is always constantly be moving, because if them fish aren't biting, we're just gonna move up and get on fish that are gonna bite. So moving up, we're gonna drop down slip bobbers quick. It's a little deeper here. It's 14 foot. Slip bobbers are at like 6, which shouldn't matter. The fish will come up for them if they're hungry enough. And then I'm gonna drop my jig down. Please be some big crappies. 13 foot. Look at these marks, guys. Oh, I just broke my chesty. No. Careful. Okay. Look at these marks. Can you see them? You see the marks? Yikes. Why don't I just catch the dang fish and say, look at this fish? All right, hang on. Let me get it down there and I'll do that. I got one on already. Oh, boys. Okay, where's the net? Oh. Okay, well, it's not a crappie. If it was, it would have been a giant, but it's just a meh. It's just a medium bass. So he came unhooked, but just caught a fish right on the edge. So we're close. So that little bass felt good, because I mean, I'm just using the kind of pretty light setup, but wishing it was a nice crappie. I'm gonna adjust my slip bobbers and put them a little bit deeper, because I guess I haven't had a bite in a minute. So I want these crappies to be instant. If they're not biting right now, then why even sit on them? Ooh, bobber down. Another giant bass, guys. Look at that thing. I'm surprised he could even pull that bobber down. Beauty. Let's go. See you later. Okay. All right, do I have time to get the jig down? Let's try to get the jig down. Right under the boat, 10 feet deep on the bottom. Oh, bobber's going. Okay, so another largemouth. Not what I'm after. Not what I'm after. These can't all be largemouth. There's no way. Ooh, here we go. What is this? Oh my gosh, guys. Huh, smallmouth. Okay, this crappie video is not working for me. Guys, this is just gonna be called fall fishing, catching everything. All the wrong brand. Well, let's get it back down there. We are on the edge of rock though, but there's weeds. There should be crappies here with these weeds. All right, that one's back out. What do we got going on this? Pile of fish down there still. Fish on. All right, another bass. We're moving spots. We're not bass fishing today. We want to catch crappies. So, like I said, I was kind of on the point of these weeds, and I was talking before we even moved. I wanted to be on the inside, the outside of the inside curve. That's where we're gonna go right now. We're gonna go in back towards shore. Let's do that. Oh, I had a heart attack for a half a second there. Thought the bobber was gone. There's fish below us. I don't know what they are. Oh, we'll find out. Largemouth. Oh, and he got tangled in my big sucker minnow. So, as soon as I get this untangled. Another giant. So, these bass are hanging on the outside of this too, which is kind of it's a learning. We're learning. Figure this out. Little largemouth. Nice healthy fish. So if that's what's below us, we will move. We'll go find like a weedy bay, something that maybe has some lily pads and then some weeds and then a drop. That's kind of what my main stuff is that I look for. We'll slap the big jig out anyways, just right below the boat. And then we'll go leave the slip bobbers soak for a minute. All right, so I kind of came through like this little bay right here, and I noticed some more reeds, and on the map it looks pretty decent. You got deep, shallow, good. There's a good edge over here, so I'm hoping fish are going to be set up on that weed edge. It's only about 20 feet right now, 25 feet where I'm at. The wind's blowing this way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to point the boat that way, spot lock it so it's going to blow towards the back. We're going to fish off the back of the boat right on that edge and see if there's any fish right back over here. The weed edge looks really good, but I'm still in 25 feet right here, so I might fish right off the end of this person's couple pontoons that are right there. Well, the quickest thing we can do is drop the camera down, find out. What are we dealing with down here? Bluegills. Yay, bluegills, not what we want. Holy smokes. There's a lot of bluegills down there. All little ones too. It looks perfect for crappie habitat, but maybe we're just not in the right spot. There's a fish. These crappie do not want to cooperate today, or I'm just not in the right spot. See you later, buddy. I'll try putting this one up over that way. Oh, this one's a little deeper. Come on now, fish. Let's go. Crappies, crappies. I gotta be more specific, otherwise I just catch bass. I'm on the outsides, it drops off, there's weeds. They should be just stacked in here, but they're not. They might still be out deep yet, or not quite up into the shallows. Like they might be 20 feet still. Come on now. We're gonna have to call her a day pretty quick. I've been really plugging away out here and nothing has been happening, guys. It's been rough. Oh, there she goes. Crappie? Yay, a little largemouth. Not what I'm after. This is a bad episode, guys. But do everything on your lake, and sorry about that if you didn't see that. You'll probably catch crappies on your lake, because this is usually the ticket to catch crappies, but not today. At least we're catching fish. We're having fun. It's all good. Bobber's a little tangled up there. There we go. Get back down there. A lot of crappie eat it this time. Gee whiz, and bass are just devouring stuff today. All right, guys. Well, I was just about to wrap it up. Got into a decent one here. Boat took my pole in. It was hanging off the front of the boat. I'm gonna get it back out there. See if there ain't more. This camera has been junk. Sorry if I got half of that in there. But let's get it back up there. About there. Maybe we found a school of them. Well, guys, caught a few crappie today. I just didn't go how I planned it to go, I guess. I wanted to catch the big ones, but that's why they call it fishing and not catching. Hopefully you can put these tactics, what we did today, just fish some weed edges, fish some drops, fish a little deeper in the fall for some crappie. Even midsummer, that stuff works. Give it a try. Go out on your lake, hit the edges, put some slip bobbers on. Maybe you'll even catch a bunch of bass, catch fish. But yeah, hope you guys learned something. Maybe not. But like always, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and we'll see you next time.